Today I'm going to show you how I took my face from this to this. I used to struggle with acne, and I've struggled with it for many years. It comes on and off, and if you've noticed on my channel over the last about 6 months or so, I had like a terrible flare up of acne, and I had no idea where it came from because I had a good, let's say, 3 years without acne. So I was really worried and I was wondering what was going on, and I tried everything, and today I'm glad to show you what finally worked. Hi, my name is Suzy, and on this channel we're all about organizing, prioritizing and budgetizing at home so we can enjoy thriving womanhood. So now my face has just been struggling with acne like since I became an adult, since I was 24, and it was cyclical. It would come, then it would go, it would come, then it would go. But over the last, let's say, 5 or 6 years, I thought I had it under control until like 6 months ago when it just flared up again, and I had no idea why. I tried everything, the products I had been using all along, but nothing was working. So I'm going to show you my normal skincare routine now and what finally helped to clear my acne. And I should give a caveat and say I am not a doctor. This is not a medicinal show. I'm just sharing what worked for me to encourage anyone else who might be struggling with acne, and to know that these too shall pass. Things do get better. So now what happened is I have always used products that were prescribed to me by a dermatologist about timelines are hazy, about 4 or 5 years ago, and only that. I don't use any of the store-bought stuff. Some of it is good, some of it has reacted with me. So once the dermatologist prescribed to me those are the only things I have been using. So now when my acne flared up about 6 months ago, I was really like surprised, because I was like, okay, I'm using everything I've been using, so what's happening? So now let me first show you what I have been using. I'm still using part of them, but let me show you what I have been using. So to wash my face, I was prescribed this benzoyl peroxide creamy wash. I'll show you exactly how it works. Just anything with benzoyl peroxide really works because it kills the bacteria on your skin and the bacteria in your skin, and it really helps. So benzoyl peroxide is really great. It's one of the 3 things that really work for your face to clear acne, which is benzoyl peroxide or salicylic acid or retin A. So I was using a benzoyl peroxide wash, and then I was prescribed to use another benzoyl peroxide cream after I washed my face, just to help with the acne. I would use it during the day and also sometimes at night. Okay, at night I would alternate between benzoyl peroxide and retin A, the usual retin A, which everybody loves. It is so good for your skin. It's really good. So that's all I was using, and then I was surprised that my face blew up. Oh, one more thing I was also prescribed for is Cetaphil moisturizing cream. So it's really good because it does not clog your pores. It was really working well for me. Then now my face broke out. So I was wondering, I really tried everything. I was using the same things. I hadn't changed much. Then what I decided after trying up and down, guys telling me, you know it's because you've not detoxed your body, you know it's because you take milk, you know it's, and let me just say, acne is different for everyone, and what causes one person's acne is not necessarily what will cause someone else's acne. What caused acne in me this time is not what has been causing acne in me since previous times. So things change for people. So please be merciful to people who have acne. Don't make it like a point of conversation all the time. And it's a real struggle, and I feel guys who struggle with acne, but remember that these too shall pass. And some people just want to exploit you and sell you products just because they know that it's a vulnerable point for you, but some of them just don't work. And then also, if you tried something and it worked for you, all I could say, it's nice to share, but don't share it in a condemning way. Like, it's because you drink milk, it's because you do what, it's because you do this. Sometimes it hurts. So anywho, that was a side note. So this time, after trying everything and anything that I was using, I finally decided to go see another dermatologist. So what she told me apparently was that this time my acne was caused by hormones. It was hormonal acne, because I'll put photos. As you can see, it was mostly here, like on my jawline, and my hormones were like all up and all over the place, as happens when you grow older and this fantastic journey of womanhood. So now what she did is she put me on hormonal therapy, and she encouraged me to keep using the same things, but there were some few things that she added to my skincare regime, and I'm going to show you all this as I cleanse my face. So one of the things that she added to my skincare routine is the cleansing. She made it a bit deeper because she said that I needed to cleanse my face a bit more, especially when I have makeup like today, and I'll show you exactly how I cleanse my face. So she told me I needed to get some micellar oil. What do you call micellar oil? It's a makeup remover solution. So that is what I use. You can use anything that is owned by Nivea, Garnier have their own. It's the same thing basically. And also that I needed to cleanse a bit more, so black soap is also great. This is the black soap that I use for removing makeup and all and other impurities. Black soap is really good for your skin. Let me read what it says here. Black soap is made from cocoa pods and shea butter. It has coconut oil and palm kernel. So it can be used on your body or on your hair. It works for oily skin, which I have an oily skin. It also works for dry skin and skin rashes. It's great for acne, and it also helps to remove makeup. So this is what I use first before I use the micellar oil, because it really clears my face. It helps to remove the makeup, and then the micellar oil goes deeper into the pore and removes even more makeup. So I'd highly suggest this, and I'm going to put a link where you can get this in the description below. So then she told me that, of course, I had not been very keen on using sunscreen, so she told me to get more serious, which I did, and I have. So this is the sunscreen that I've been using. I got one that is mattifying because my face, as I said, is oily. So nowadays I will rarely, if ever, leave the house without sunscreen. This is oil free and has a matte finish. It's water resistant. It's really good. And the last thing is that I needed to clean my makeup brushes every week. Yes, she said every week, and I agree, because also during this COVID season, because I've not been, and because my face flared up, I've not been putting foundation and all that. I just do my eyes. So she told me, I mean, I've realized that because I don't use brushes all over my face, my skin has gotten much better. So without further, one more thing is that I need to use a different towel for my face than from my body, and I need to clean it off. And okay, I know some people have always known this, but for me this was news. So I went and got myself some fantastic, these are actually hand towels, but I got them for my face specifically. So as you can see, these I got them in different colors, so that I'm able to know which one I used when, and I use for 2 days, maximum 3 days, then I change it and use something different. So this has really helped, and I'll put a link on where you can get them below, because it's really good to just keep your skin healthy and safe, and avoid all that drama with acne. So without further ado, let me show you how I go about removing all this and my nighttime skincare routine. So the first thing I do when I have a full face of makeup like this is I cleanse it with my black soap. When you get your black soap, you don't make all of it wet at the same time. All you do is you chip out a small piece, sort of like this, okay? Then you use it. When this is over, you chip off another piece, okay? So I have mine here, which I had already cut from another piece. So I'm just making nice lather with my hands. Okay. Then once it's all lathered, I'm going to apply it on my skin. Add some water. It's really difficult to do when one is seated, but hey. So I just scrub I rub it into my skin. You can see it really just removes the makeup well. Comes off so easily. Okay, let me wash this off and I will be right back. So as you can see, I've already cleansed it one time, but I want to do it again using just the same black soap. Okay, one more time. Just work it deep into your pores. So you can see it's hard to get the eye area because you know this is soap. Don't want it getting into your eye so much. Okay. Alright. Feel ready to go rinse it off again. Alright. So the first cleansing is done. As you can see, I still have some makeup around my eyes which hasn't come out. So now here's where I go in with the micellar oil. On days when I don't have makeup, I skip this part because it's only good for removing makeup. So you just put on your cotton wool. And just wipe it all over your face. So as you can see, it really takes off the eye makeup nicely. Any remaining eye makeup. Okay. I like to go down because you know, applying powder or foundation, I want to bring it down to your neck. Here we have it. Let me toss this. So I've wiped with the micellar oil. Just give it a few minutes to dry up. The last thing I'm going to use to wash my face is a benzoyl peroxide creamy wash. Okay, and all these products I buy them at the chemist. Okay, I don't buy many of the branded ones because it's still the same thing. Regardless of whichever brand there is, they're just going to use benzoyl peroxide inside and all that. But some I do use. I'll show you the ones I use at a later date. But for now, I'm happy with the ones that I buy from the chemist. They're cheaper and they're better, if you ask me. So now I need to wash with my benzoyl peroxide, and then we continue. So I take my benzoyl peroxide creamy wash and I just put a bit on my palm, just like that. Okay, it's just getting finished. Take a bit of water and work it into my skin. because it helps to kill all the bacteria inside the pores, prevents formation of blackheads and comedons and all those fancy things that come with acne. So I like rubbing it into my skin for about a minute. So you can get really deep into the pores. And since when I do this when I'm showering, because the steam opens up my pores, making it go deeper. Actually, I will do this when I'm starting to shower, then I'll just leave it on my skin, then rinse it off when I'm rinsing myself. But no, clearly I can't do that. So yeah, it's gone deep into my skin. Then now I need to rinse it off, okay, and be back. Here we go. So now my face is thoroughly cleansed of every trace of makeup and oil, anything that might cause acne, I hope. So now, because I have stripped off a lot of my good facial oils, it's time to now put them back. Okay. So because I'm going to sleep, I'm only going to put two things. I'm going to put the benzoyl peroxide, and after I put the benzoyl peroxide, I'm going to put my moisturizing cream. So what the doctor advised me is to alternate between benzoyl peroxide and retin A at night. So one night I use benzoyl peroxide, the next night I use retin A, but all mornings I use benzoyl peroxide. And it depends on what your doctor will advise you. I highly suggest, if you have acne, you know, sometimes you think it's the products that you're using, but actually it could be something different. So I'd highly recommend this. Just invest, go see a doctor, and they will let you know. Because for me, I almost changed my, let me talk as I work. I almost changed my products thinking they were the problem, and then I would have used so much money. Turns out mine was just a hormonal issue. So just a pea-sized amount is enough to cover my skin. And make sure I come to the neck area. As you can see, still have some black spots, but they're fading away thanks to the retin A. But the last week I had like a small breakout. I had like 2 pimples there, but it happens. I have one more here. And then my pores, they're so huge. They're not even pores, they're like geysers, or I don't know, canyons. Anyhow, such is life. So now I put my benzoyl peroxide. Ideally, I like waiting for like 30 minutes to give the benzoyl peroxide time to work. Then now I put the moisturizer, but I am sleepy. I need to hit the sack like now. So I take my moisturizer, generous amount, because nobody wants those wrinkles. Then I just slather, and such a nice cooling effect on my skin. I used to use an eye cream. I have one somewhere, but I stopped using it when I learned that they're all just glorified moisturizers. What I would like to add to my night care routine is a serum. When I do find one, I will let you guys know. So I've decided 2021 I'll also start doing more of self-care videos. And I hope you like this kind of content. If you do, please give us a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. This is gonna be a great year. I think for us to be the best wives, the best moms, the best daughters that we can be, and the best everything, the best employees and business women, is if we also take care of ourselves. So yeah, there we have it. And one thing about retin A also, I don't know if I mentioned it, is that it's really good for reducing the formation of wrinkles. It keeps your skin really young. So yeah, when I'm applying it, I go all out. I really like it. And of course, before I sleep, of course, you know, I'm gonna put my cocoa butter on my hands because it really works to rejuvenate my hand. I got a new one a few days ago, so I'm really using it. It's really great for my hands, which I've spent the whole day washing dishes, cleaning the house, washing babies, and all manner of things. But I don't put it on my face because my face is prone to acne. But if your face doesn't struggle with acne, it's also great for as an anti-wrinkle and really hydrates your skin. Also has some SPF properties. It's really good. But if your face has acne, just use it for your hands, feet, and for the rest of your body. Look, just look how it just nourishes your hands. It's amazing. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you on the next one. Bye. Good night.